Hello, welcome back to Lanmou Tarot. Thank you so much for joining us again. This is a general reading for Gemini's Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you so much, Gemini, for your continued support. We have the Nine of Pentacles that jumped out. We are at 100 subscribers. Yay! It's very exciting. Thank you so much, and I will keep doing this until I get the call from Spirit to stop. And even if it's just 2 people watching, I'm just gonna keep going because that was the consistent message, okay, that I was getting for over a year to basically share the messages with Spirit that and the other one was that my hands are activated to give healing energy. And since then I've started doing this, be able to help people by reading the tarot card and oracle cards, to bringing hopefully a higher level of awareness and also some kind of guidance and maybe a little bit of entertainment even. And I've also become a licensed, I've got my level 1 Reiki license, and very soon working towards the level 2 in April. So I've been on that spiritual journey for 2 years, almost 2 years now, okay? June will make it 2 years when I had my big tarot moment that started it all for me. So Gemini, I'm doing a lot of chit-chatting here, but we've been shuffling, we've reshuffled. This is the High Priestess came out for you, Gemini. This is the After Tarot. We used it the first half of the month to clarify, but we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna use the After Tarot for the main reading, and we'll use the Tough Tarot for clarification, okay, if needed. One more. Spirit, what message you have for Gemini? Sun, Moon, and Rising. Last 2 weeks of March. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh. All right, Gemini, we're good here. Alrighty. Gemini's Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. The 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. This look like the 5 of Wands, doesn't it? That 7 of Wands. The Page of Cups, the Chariot, and the 3 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. All right, Gemini. So at first glance, this doesn't look like it's such a happy situation. But the feeling I'm getting here for you, Gemini, there is a shift that happened. I feel like it's already happened, or it's in the process of happening for you. And it's going to bring you quite a lot more peace in your life, okay? It's going to bring you a little bit more of more stability perhaps than you used to. It's gonna a sense of reconnection to the person that you really are, okay? Perhaps I feel like, Gemini, you've veered a little bit from your true self. It's almost like this here, it's a sense of like it's an inner conflict. Before I even start with the cards, that's what I'm getting here. And we're gonna start reading the cards as they come. So we have at the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Cups. Emotional, deeply emotional. And I like the 6 of Cups as, look at here, there are 2 kids running away towards the house, right? There's a mother, there's a feminine figure that's like her arms are wide open, welcoming them back. And one of the girls there, one leg is on the ground and the other one is way high, like they're running. They're not walking, they're running towards the home. They're running towards comfort. It's like they're attending to the flowers. Now they're done with their chores and they're like running towards in the arms of their perhaps mother, of that feminine figure here. So there is a sense of reconnection, going back to somewhere that's comfortable, going back to innocence, going back to where you know there's love, where you know there's warmth. Okay, Gemini, there's a really sense of reconnecting here for you. That's a theme. And the first card we pulled out though is the Ace of Pentacles. A new offering. Isn't that the grasshopper? That's luck. Right? I believe that's a grasshopper that's on this deck. I don't know why I have that book. I would have looked it up to see how they interpret that card there for you, Geminis. But if you know what's that insect, that bug there, I think it's a grasshopper. At least that's what I'm seeing here. So that's what I'm gonna go by. And that's a sense of luck and abundance. It's like the divine, the hand of the divine coming from the skies, from the heavens, through the clouds, saying, hey Gemini, everything you could wish for here. That's a symbol of that, okay? And we have that heart rate here. The sense of once you accept that offering from the divine, there's a sense of like, oh, by the way, I don't know if you can see it clearly. There's like almost like sun rays from the hands, okay? So not only is it like the hands of the divine, it's almost like also protected. That's almost like the sun almost reflecting behind that hand to say it's the full backing of God and the universe. It's protected. That offer is a protected offer. It's a divine offer, okay? And there's that archway. So there, by accepting that pentacle, once you accept it, there is a new archway you're going to walk under, which will require you to leave behind something, okay? And that archway, you can always walk back. You don't have to walk through it. It's not like a gate that's going to close behind you. There's no going back. But there's a sense of decision though. And there's a sense once you make that decision, it's going to lead you towards that road. Like you will follow that road. That's going to open up a whole new world to you. Okay? And at the bottom of that, that Ace of Pentacles is the Page of Cups. This is the after tarot. And the regular tarot deck, we see that the fish is inside the cup. The fish has jumped out of the cup. What do we say? The cat is out of the bag? That's the expression that comes out to mind here for you, Gemini. The cat is out of the bag. If there were kind of emotions, feelings that you're trying to suppress, or perhaps that you feel like it was too soon, it was too immature, that you was trying to keep bottled up, that you're trying to keep in, the cat is out of the bag. It will come a time once that offer is made, the declaration will also be made. It will be a symbol of that emotion, a symbol of declaration. Okay, that Ace of Pentacles sometimes I see it as a ring. Okay, so for some of you, if it's a new offer of a new level of commitment, a new offer of love that you're trying to extend to somebody, or that's being extended to you, that offer, in making that offer, will also bring forth a new level of understanding and a new level of knowledge of the deep love that perhaps that was there that somebody didn't know about. Okay, that's a message I'm getting here from Spirit with this. And next to the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Swords. And that Seven of Swords is always interesting to me in the after tarot because of that news that's on the floor. Okay, it's like somebody is coming to take away all the troubles. They're taking away the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is the card of conflict, okay? That person here wearing red shoes, red hat, almost looks like the street performers, like almost like he not a clown per se, but he's gonna do some tricks here. He's gonna juggle this words, but the performance is in the unpolishedness of it all. Is in that I'm not a professional at this. I'm not going to do some magic trick like a magician for you. It's supposed to make you laugh. Okay? It's in those words not falling where they're supposed to be. That's half of the magic here. Okay, that's part of the performance. That's what I always get, like a jokester feeling I get with that guy there. But he has that mischievous look on his face. He's looking behind to see who's coming. He's not running, but he's walking quite swiftly, looking behind him, not looking where he's stepping at. And there's a noose is about to step in. It's almost that noose is like a trap. It's also like someone can just yank that noose on the other side where he's not looking, and boom, they get him. But nobody's doing that, because what he's taking with him is the trouble, is the conflict. It's the 5 of swords he's taking. The 2 swords of balance and justice, they remain behind. Okay? And it's not as if you couldn't try to take them, because they're heavily planted there. They're not falling on the ground like you try to do them. They're like, lined up. No, 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 no. He took 5 swords. He's basically going like, okay, we don't have time for this. I'm going to remove this conflict. That's my gift to y'all. You see me as a jokester? Fine. But I'm going to remove the conflict here. And that's being done at great risk, right? Because there's a trap here. And I would get a clarification on that 7 of swords. But right underneath that 7 of swords, so we have 777 here for you, Gemini. 777. If you're a gambling man, you know what 777 is. Luck, luck, luck. And I told you again, when I see that card, I don't know if it's a grasshopper, but that's what I'm seeing, you're a grasshopper. It's also a sign of luck. Okay? Underneath that 7 of swords, you have the Chariot, which is also number 7. Chariot is also a card of victory, of moving forward, okay? Seeing those 2 figures here in the Sphinx that are carrying the Chariot forward, that duality, black and white, shadow and light self, right? There's a sense of, that's the same thing with Gemini. You carry that duality, the twins, right? That's always, not so much back and forth, but they both of this energy resides within you, Gemini, and you're very well at embodying both of them, or switching up, lifting both of them up, whatever it is that you're in the mood for. But here this Chariot is saying there is movement, okay? That offer is taking, that offer is extended, emotional offer, it seems like. If it's a work situation, just know that it's gonna bring you a new level of, like, you're gonna have to, you won't be able to hide so much. You're gonna come to a position, if it's a work situation, that offer is, you're gonna come to a position where you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, okay? You're gonna have to step out of your comfort zone. You're gonna have to show a lot more of you, Gemini, than you've ever had before. And what that's also gonna do, it's gonna remove a certain level of conflict, whether it's conflicting thoughts, whether it's a conflicting environment. It's gonna remove a certain level of conflict from your life. It will bring whatever it is that has been not so much in harmony. It will bring a certain level of at least lightness to the situation, okay? And you also, yeah, and I felt that here with that heart rate. My eyes were going so deeply in that heart rate. There's a sense of movement. Somebody will have to, there'll be a move, okay? By accepting or extending that offer, there is a move here that's happening. It will be for the best. It will be a victorious move, okay? But there is a sense of travel here. There's a sense of movement here, okay? And the next card we had was the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is a card of courage. And in the regular tarot, we used to see that man. He's standing on top of that cliff, swinging that wand, but we cannot see the other people. We only see wands up there, kind of like pointing at him. We don't know if there's anyone down there, if he's just swinging away all by himself. Here we can see, indeed, there are people down there, okay? And he could have run away. He's all the way up the cliff. He could have run away, but here, that's the real courage. He jumped in the middle of it all. He jumped in the middle of it all. And he looks very fierce in this card, but it's almost like everyone else, like, they're looking at him like in awe, like He's lost his mind. This man is crazy. He actually jumped onto us. They look almost conflicting. Should we swing on him or should we run? Like, so whatever it is, the whatever that transpires after that offer is his made or taking is accepted, it will require a great deal of courage, or at least you will display a great deal of courage. Perhaps courage that people are not used to seeing you displaying, people are not expecting from you. Okay, you will jump in the middle of the fight. You will swing your wands for what really matters to you. Okay, which is victory. Because when your one is just one, the other ones are the 6 of wands that were below, down the cliff. You're jumping into your victory, to claim your victory, to claim what is yours. You're jumping into the mash of 6 wands, carrying your one wands way up there. Chariot is also victory. 777. It's a sign of luck. But here what we have here is the 3 of swords. It's raining. It's cloudy. Look at this. That heart is basically, it's bandaged now. We don't even have proper bandage. It just happened. There's still blood on the swords. That wound is fresh. It's a handkerchief that you had, Gemini. You just bandage that wound with whatever you had in hand. But what's important is the heart is not broken. Whatever the situation that required so much courage, that has required you to display that level of courage, that required you to remove the conflict, to come into victory, you are not broken. Your heart is not broken. Okay? Yes, bruised. Yes, hurt. Yes, wounded, but not broken. The swords are out of that heart. If there was a broken heart before, in the regular tarot you used to see all 3 swords pierce into the heart. Now the swords are out. And then the heart is bandaged. You're in repair mode. You're in repair mode, and you are in a stance of it's time to heal. Okay? It's time to heal. And I feel like there's real movement happening, and that healing will happen by you reconnecting to the familiar. To the familiar. And I'm going to take a couple of clarification cards, and I'm really trying to not keep these readings too long, folks. But I gotta deliver the message to you the way that I'm receiving them. So here we go. I will get a clarification card on that 7 of swords for you, Gemini. Spirit, what message is that 7 of swords trying to tell us? Give us some clarification on that 7 of swords, please. Spirit, clarification on the 7 of swords. Clarification on the 7 of swords. Okay. Another 7. 7 of wands on the 7 of swords. And let's see that this guy, he's looking back. What he's looking at is that 7 of wands. He's removing the conflict, he's holding 5 of swords, removing the conflict, but looking back, what he's looking back towards is that 7 of wands card. It's a battle that's still happening, right? In order for him to remove the conflict, he has to jump in. He knows it's going to require courage. Because what he's facing is the 7 of wands. The 7 of wands is clarifying the 7 of swords. And yes, I know the 7 of swords is the card of deceit and teeth and lies and all of that. And for some of you, if you are dealing with that, you are trying to deceive someone or trying to mask. Because here at the beginning, what I felt was like the cat is out of the bag. Like you won't be able to hide, especially if it's an emotional thing anymore. So if you're trying to deceive someone, you're trying to lie about your feelings and emotion, there's going to be a real departure from that, okay? There's going to be a real departure from that, and that you're going to find your courage in order to whatever wounds that you experienced in the past, whatever broken heart that kept you in that space of you cannot fully express, you cannot fully open up to let other people see what's in that cup, whatever it is that kept you caged in, there will be a departure from that, because you're going to find your courage. Okay? And I'm going to get a clarification on the Seven of Wands. Spirit, what is... We have the Seven of Wands twice here. Clarification on the Seven of Wands for Gemini, please. Clarification on the Seven of Wands for Gemini. Ooh, almost flew away. The Six of Wands. Oh, beautiful. Victory. Yes, yes, yes. Remember, that's what I just told you, folks. He's jumping. We used to see just that one guy on top of the hill. He's jumping into... His one is just one. He's jumping into the 6 ones below. He's jumping into victory. So yes, it's gonna require courage to get to that victory. And yes, you will have that victory because you're going to heal that heart. Whatever it is that was the situation in the past, Gemini. Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful, Gemini. You are fighting for victory. You are finding your courage for victory here. Spirit, give me some clarification on the Page of Cups for Gemini, please. Page of Cups for Gemini. Some clarification on the Page of Cups for Gemini. Page of Cups for Gemini. Page of Cups for Gemini. Oh, not one, but 2 came out. We have the Ace of Disc. This is it, folks. The Ace of Discs is the same as the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So Gemini, some of you are really dealing with I really feel that there's a lot of fire energy here for you, Gemini. It's kind of like that offering, that reveal of emotion that's just gonna escape, that's gonna just jump out of you, that you're not gonna be able to hold on to anymore, Gemini. It's really about a new beginning, a new offering. And perhaps you will be using your intuition to get to it. Perhaps you're gonna use your high level of mysticism, okay, inner knowing, following your spirit guides, or perhaps it's them that's pushing you to get this going here. And I feel some of you, it just means that it's a new beginning, that you're having a new beginning, material grounded new beginning you're having within Aries, especially if you're a Gemini man. If you haven't, if you have a fire sign, I say Aries, but I mean fire sign. It could be a Sagittarius or a Leo person in your life, that new beginning. We have the Ace of Pentacles twice. The Page of Wands basically was clarifying the page of, underneath the Ace of Pentacles is being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles again. There is a will offer of a new beginning here. Grounded new beginning. Divinely protected new beginning. Allie, Gemini, this is so beautiful. You are doing the work, though. You are taking action. This is what I like here, Gemini. The thoughts, whatever conflicting thoughts you had, whether it was actual conflict with someone, if it was just conflicting thoughts, lies, and being sneaky, those are gone. These are what's gonna be removed. You're on the move. You're moving. You're taking actions. We have 2 7 of Wands, a 6 of Wands for victory. You have the Queen of Wands here. And then we have the 6 of Cups, which is the card of reconnecting. Okay, it can be reminiscing, but it's reconnecting. We have a jumper here, which is the 7 of Discs. So really, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So for you, Gemini, especially, if you have 7 of Discs, and this card is called failure, but 7 of Discs to me is always a sense of contemplation, almost like this is my audit card. That's my past as an accountant that's coming through. This is kind of like taking stock of where we are right now. Okay, it's kind of like, okay, this is what we've done so far. Where are we now? What more needs to be done? Okay, that's the seven of disc always for me. The work is not complete yet, but we're trying to check where are we, what more can we do, because you are in the mood to take actions. You ready to get stuff moving, Gemini. Okay, I want to get one on that three of swords for you, Gemini. Three of swords, spirit. Three of swords. Clarification on the three of swords for Gemini. Clarification on the three of swords for Gemini, spirit. Three of swords. Three of swords. Clarification on the three of swords for Gemini. I don't know why my eyes keep going to the candle, Gemini, as I'm doing your reading. Clarification on the three of swords for Gemini, spirit. Clarification on the three of swords for Gemini. Three of swords. Clarification. There we go. Oh. I kid you not. Spirit just said, I said what I said. Three of swords was clarified by the three of swords. And folks, that was a jumper. And in this card, it's called sorrow. And but here, what we know it's the end of sorrow. The swords are removed. Because now we're jumping with courage into victory to heal that heart. Because what's at stake here is communication. And at the bottom of the deck, we had Eight of Wands. That's the most beautiful Eight of Wands with that rainbow there. Communication, travel. I love that the wands are not all aiming in one direction. You are basically, it's almost like forming a wheel, right? A wheel. Like WHEEL. Like you're at every direction. No matter which way you go, which direction you go, Gemini. It's like, I'm here. I have you covered, my love. That rainbow will touch it. And by the way, underneath this was the sun, S-U-N, sun. Underneath that knight, underneath that Eight of Wands. This is so pretty, Gemini. You are taking move. You are taking actions to heal whatever broken heart you had in the past, whatever dissatisfaction, sorrow you had in the past. Because you're accepting, you're extending a new offer. Whether it's in love, whether it's in a romantic situation, what you want to go towards is that warmth, is that a place that's well known, a place where you know that there'll be comfort, that you will be welcome with open arms. And this is a connection that's been nurtured, okay? Because these cups don't just have water. Those cups have become pots for plants. These plants have to be planted there. The seeds have to be, the earth had to, the soil had to be brought and placed into the plants. The seeds have to be put in, and then you have to the kids have to come perhaps every day to water those pots, those plants. So it's a nurtured connection that you're going to. It's not just an illusion or hoping. Free yourself. Yes. At the bottom we had pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. But here, this is so beautiful because free yourself. That's what I get. Remove the whatever it is that whatever conflict there was, whatever, if there was lies or deceit, whatever it is, you're removing it. You're actually doing that. This is not even advice. This is what you're actually doing. This is what you'll be doing this is in this time period, or whenever it is you're watching this reading, whenever it resonates with you. This is the message Spirit is giving you. And you will take real, actual action to make this happen. Okay? You will find courage to make this happen, and you will free yourself, because you will get on that chariot and you will be moving. I don't know if you're going towards the left or towards the right, but you are moving. You are traveling. You're on the move, Gemini. You're on the move. Okay? And pay attention to the red flags here. We have this lady. Look at her. It doesn't have to mean like someone is it's what's awaiting you, but it's almost kind of like that inner knowing that you have with that Queen of Wands showing there. The things that you know, Gemini, just be what's the word? Be confident in it. Be confident in your knowing, okay? Be confident in your knowing. If you know that you have to jump into that mash of people to fight for victory, then that's what you'll have to do. Yes, you could stay on top of that cliff and run away, but you're not going to do that. You're going to pay attention to what's going around you. Because she's sitting there with that hat. I think it's a Vietnamese depiction. It's like a Vietnamese cultural outfit, costume she's wearing there. And the hat, literally, if she doesn't open up to look, she would have been, she can't see. Because it's like it creates a curtain all around the hat for her not to see. So she has to literally actively move this fabric so she can see what's happening in front of her. And that's what you're doing here, Gemini, with those 2 7 of Wands we have here. You are moving. You are taking actions and jumping into that mesh. You're not just running away from it. You're taking courage, but you're doing it. Okay? And even in that 7 of Swords, the news is there. You're moving away the conflict, but you're concerned about the victory, about that action you need to take. You probably don't even notice that your one foot is in the news because you're so determined to move forward, because you know what you're moving forward for is victory. Is reconnecting to something that's familiar, something that's good. Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. Yes. Air Guardian, apropos, Gemini, air sign, shift your perception. And I think you're going to do that. I think you're already there, Gemini. I think you've already had that shift of perception already. Now it's the time you're taking action. And I want to read it from the book for you guys, The Spirit Fox. I love this reading so much for you, Gemini. It's just so, it feels good. It feels like, yes, this is what needs to be said. Yeah. Let me see here. It's kind of strange though. This is orange in this book. So I just fell into the Air Guardian. Shift your perceptions. Change the way you think, and you will change your whole reality. Yes, because you know the swords deals with air, with thinking, with mental, the mental capacity. So it's kind of like changing your perception. The way he's moving there, it's really a change. Like he's looking behind him, but it's like it's a 7 of Swords, but he's just moving this 5 of Swords. This 5 of Swords is no longer needed, okay? The only thing he knows he needs here is the 2 of Swords of balance and justice. Like, it's a real shift of perception in knowing what works for you and what no longer works for you. And what needs to be taken away and what needs to be left behind and what you wanna keep. Okay? So it requires a real shift of perception. Trust your talents in changing times. Stay alert as change is in the air. Yes, Gemini, you are on the move. You had like 5, I think 5, 7 the last time I counted. 5, 7 here on the table. This is like repeating numbers like that, repeating a message like that. It's a real sense of, and you know 7 is the card of the Chariot. It's movement. It's a real sense of movement, of change. Okay? And if your life, oh gosh, what did they call that? Is it life cycle number? I can't remember what they call that. I think you guys understand. Like mine is also a 7. If yours is a 7, that's of even higher meanings for you. If you're Gemini and you have I think it's life cycle or number. And if I remember it, I'll put it in the comment. But anyways, if it's a 7, this is of even higher importance to you. But I'm gonna read the Spirit Fox from the book for you. The energies around you are changing at this time. And although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before. And this can make you feel on edge. But be open to the shifts occurring, because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you. And you are being invited to come out from your den and reveal your glory and talents. Oh my goodness. Move out from your den, from your cliff, to release your victory. Literally, the victory card is clarifying it. And reveal your glory and talents. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are, and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. Gemini, be the best you can be. You got all the talents. I mean, double offering here for you. You have the inner knowing already, Gemini. We have the 8 of Wands and the Sun underneath that deck for you. And I feel like almost from the beginning, that shift, it's really gonna bring you into yourself, Gemini. That person that you know you've always wanted to be. That person that you dreamed of being when you were a little child, okay? That ideal person that you were working so hard to go towards. That's that connection. It's not so much to someone in the past. It's almost like it's gonna bring you to you, Gemini, to that childhood Gemini, that innocent Gemini with dreams, with stars, with eyes full of stars and limitless possibilities. I'm so happy for you. I just love this reading so much, and I hope it resonates with you. Please come back, comment if you feel like it, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for your continued support. Did I say we are 100 subscribers? I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Come back again at the beginning of April, and I will be doing readings from time to time if I feel called to do so. Please remember, love is the only answer. Thank you so much.